philosophy of real estate investing, so let me lay it on you. To me, real estate investing is all about finding deals and making money. And it all starts with marketing. The guys who are doing the most marketing are getting the most leads and are making the most money. And the guys that are not looking for deals are not making any money. In fact, one of the most common mistakes that I see of new investors is they just aren't doing any marketing. And they tend to fall into one of three different camps. Camp number one, we call them the skeptics. They're only doing a little bit of marketing, and over their first 30, 60, 90 days, they're only going to look at 2 or 3 or 4 deals. And that's just not enough deals to make you money. You may have to look at 10 or 20 deals in order to find a good, safe one that will make you money. So what happens with the skeptics is they only look at 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 deals, and at the end of 60 days, they say, wow, there's just no good deals out there. They get frustrated and they get wiped out of the business. Group number 2, we call them the gamblers. They also only look at 3 or 4 deals, and they say, well, let's do deal number 3. It's the best of the 4. Well, that's gambling. I'm not a gambler. I like to do safe, profitable deals. But gamblers will pick the best of the 4, and they'll roll the dice. And sometimes they'll make money, and sometimes they won't. And the ones that don't make money, at the end of doing that first deal, 100% of the real estate investing experience will be bad. And those guys will get washed out of the business. And then group number 3, we call them the lucky gamblers. They also only look at 3 or 4 deals. They pick deal number 3, they do that deal, and they make money. They have now been rewarded for bad behavior. They shouldn't have just grabbed the first deal that came along. They should have looked at a lot of deals in order to do deals safely. And when you're rewarded for bad behavior, you're just going to do more of it. So the lucky gamblers just grab the next deal that comes along, and eventually they lose money on a deal. You don't want to be any of those people, and there's no reason to be any of those people. What you need to do is enough marketing to generate enough leads to make the kind of money safely that you want to make. When I teach real estate investing, I actually teach 30 different marketing strategies, 30 different ways to find deals. And with each of these marketing strategies, I even tell people what the conversion rates are. I say, look, if you spend this much money, this is how many leads you're going to have to generate. If you have this many leads, this is how many deals you're going to get. If you have this many deals, this is how much money you're going to make. In fact, when somebody tells me they want to be a real estate investor, I actually help them build a plan, a business plan, to make the amount of money they want to make. If somebody says they want to make $180,000 a year, I say, well, you need to be doing about one $15,000 deal a month. You need to be generating about 20 qualified motivated seller leads. You need to be doing this much marketing in order to generate that many qualified motivated seller leads. It's all very methodical, and as you've probably figured out by now, I'm an engineer by trade. That's kind of how I approach real estate investing. So it all starts with marketing. You've got to find good deals. But after you find the good deals, the next thing you have to understand is how to turn those leads into deals into dollars. And there's a lot of different ways. This is what's really fun about real estate. There's a lot of ways to make money in real estate. In fact, I use all 12 of the fundamental strategies there are to use to make money in real estate. I do lease options, I do swaps, I do short sales, I do owner assignment, I do all kinds of advanced mortgage assignment and owner financing strategies. Owner financing is very hot right now. There's a lot of people who can't get loans. There's a lot of people that can't sell their homes. So we teach people basically how to sell unsellable homes to unloanable buyers, and it's the easiest thing you can do right now. All of these different strategies can be used to turn those leads into deals, into dollars. So I teach all of these different strategies. In fact, a lot of people that teach real estate investing, they actually charge $1,000 a strategy. They'll teach you a short sale course for $1,000, or a wholesaling course for $1,000, or a lease option course for $1,000. I teach all 12 of these strategies all in one program. In fact, I've even developed a very sophisticated piece of software that actually does deal analysis. In other words, it gives you the script, the exact set of questions that you ask a lead, somebody who wants to sell a house. You plug it into the software, you basically fill out the form, and the software automatically maps that lead into a deal. It tells you all of the different strategies that you can use to buy and sell that property, tells you how much you could offer. It even fills out the contracts for you to get the properties under contract. And then I teach all the strategies necessary to buy and sell the house using that strategy. That's what's really fun about real estate and real estate investing. And a couple of other things about those strategies. I know a lot of people ask me at this point, like, well, where I live, there's a lot of people in foreclosure. Where I live, there's a lot of people that have owned properties for a long time, or whatever it happens to be. My philosophy is it doesn't matter. Real estate is real estate. The market's constantly changing. The lending standards are constantly changing. By having multiple strategies to go out and buy and sell real estate, it's kind of like having multiple tools in your toolbox. The more tools you have in your toolbox, the more problems you can fix, the more money that you can make. So you can take advantage of any opportunity that the market brings to you. As the market changes and evolves, then the situations that your sellers, the people that are calling you, are in will change, and the different strategies that you make money on will change. You'll make more money on this strategy and less money on that strategy. But knowing all of these strategies, once again, will give you the tools to make money on any situation. If somebody calls me and they need to sell a house, I don't care what the situation is. Even if they owe more than the house is worth. If the house is only worth $150,000 and they owe $180,000, I can still make money on that deal doing a short sale. If they owe $150,000 and the house is worth $150,000, I can still make money on that deal by doing a mortgage assignment or a lease option. If they only owe $130,000, I may be able to do a sub-2 hold. If they owe $110,000, I can offer cash. If they owe $105,000, I can do a wholesale. I have multiple strategies to take advantage of anybody that wants to sell a house. So if I use my 30 strategies to get people that want to sell their homes to call me, and then I map those different deals into 12 different ways to buy and sell real estate, I have found a way to systematize the process of investing in real estate so that I can make money on any situation, on any seller with any situation. Once you figure all that out, this whole business becomes a numbers game. And that's what I consider it at the end of the day. It's a numbers game. I became a real estate investor on December 15th, 2003. That was my first day in real estate. Since that day, I have done 1,200 real estate deals. And how in the world do you do 1,200 real estate deals? And by the way, if you do the math, a friend of mine has a little iPhone and he was able to plug all this stuff into an iPhone. And what he discovered was when he divided the number of days and that I've been a real estate investor and the number of deals, I actually get a property under contract on average every 39 and a half hours. How in the world do I do that? And the answer is by using the systems that I've developed and that I've talked about very briefly on this little chat we're having today. So if you're interested in kind of my philosophy in real estate, I'd love to spend a little bit more time with you. I actually have put together and give a pretty long talk, about a 90-minute talk, where I step by step go through my personal story, examples of all these different marketing tools and ways to find deals, examples of all these different tools and scripts, questions you ask, all these different strategies to buy and sell real estate. I actually go through them in quite a bit of detail in a 90-minute presentation that I like to give. I call it The Science of Real Estate Investing. And if you'd like to hear that presentation, I'd love to see you on our next webinar. So I'm Phill Grove, and I look forward to seeing you soon.